This is how to scale your coaching or consulting business past 30K per month without sacrificing a limb. Who this video is for? This is for ambitious coaches, consultants, or freelancers that want to make a tangible impact with their work. Maybe you've made some sales, but you just can't break past that 5 to 10K per month ceiling. You're excited by the prospect of earning 100K per month, not just a year. You know your niche and you know who you want to serve. You're like me and you hate bosses, authority, and the whole concept of the 9 to 5. You're sick of relying on bullshit methods like cold outreach or organic marketing that just suck time, energy, and excitement from you, and they don't work. You might be struggling for clarity, looking for a predictable, consistent, proven roadmap to grow your business. And you understand how important the next 3 years are to rapidly grow a personal brand and make sure you're on the right side of the wealth gap after the AI revolution. Now, who this video is not for. This is not for people who love cold outreach or organic marketing. You guys can leave. People who don't like helping other people, you guys can also leave. People who just want to make 10K per month, you guys can stay if you want. And people who like to figure it out themselves, you guys already left. And people who get a kick out of sacrificing limbs, I hope you guys get locked up. So who am I? My name's Tom Youngs and I'm the founder of CreatorLaunch. I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission to help 1 million, at least, that number's probably going to increase at some point, 1 million creators to find their purpose, uncover their mission, break free, make their impact, and unlock their true potential. I used to be a cosmetic dentist, which is mad to think, and I've also been a digital consultant to some of the world's biggest enterprise brands across the world: Chanel, Virgin, Urban Outfitters, Selfridges, Harrods, loads of others as well. I've also done sales and customer success for enterprise software solutions. So I've been at the coalface of technology for the best part of 7 years since I stopped being a teeth looker-atter. And I've also owned my own SMMA agency where we were doing 40K per month when I left. And I've also been a freelance growth consultant for one of the biggest newsletter agencies, Paperboy Studios, by the creator Sahil Bloom. And I have a new business called CreatorLaunch. It's not new, we've had it for a while now, but this is what I do now, and we are a growth infrastructure partner. We help hyper ambitious creators scale their coaching or consulting businesses past 30K per month with micro education, hybrid business models, attraction and authority flywheels, value synthesizing and sales asset frameworks, sales mastery, and scaled delivery systems. And in this video, I'm going to show you how you can grow your business past 30K per month, just like students like ours, like Ben, have done in 5 steps. So let's get to it. Step number 1 is pivot to a scalable micro education business model. Now, this is Goldman Sachs, who have predicted that the creator economy could approach $500 billion by 2027, which is a doubling in size within the next 3 years. Fast approaching and an incredible opportunity. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing now. And this is what I used to be doing. I used to run an SMMA agency where we used to do community building for tech companies on Discord. And this, in my opinion, absolutely sucked. It was non-leveraged work, really hard to scale. It was a revenue roller coaster. We just didn't know if the next month was going to be as consistent as last month. It was just always up and down, and that was stressful as fuck. And it was non-existent profit margins. Couldn't pay ourselves anything because all of our money was having to go to who we were outsourcing all the work to, and that also sucked. Despite us doing 40K per month, I was taking home none of it. So where am I looking now? I'm looking at the creator economy as an opportunity where attention is the number one asset in this new digital era. Here are a few of the biggest creators in the world who have micro education businesses, and these guys are all guys that I interviewed on my Summit Club podcast last year. Dakota Robertson, who you might be familiar with, he has his own 100K plus per month micro education business about ghostwriting. Danko, he's got a 300K per month micro education business about personal branding in the creator economy. And Ali Abdal has a 300K per month YouTube channel building micro education business called Part-Time YouTuber Academy. And there's me. I have CreatorLaunch. So I do this stuff too. And this is where the new opportunity is. So we have been living in a world where we have the old way of doing things, where delivering coaching and consulting services were done in the old pre-digital world, where if you were a coach, you were doing non-directive, goal-orientated support, client-centered approach, holistic development, and you were very much a coach, or you were a consultant where you were problem-solving, you were solution-focused, and you had very specialized expertise, and it was very directive. You were directing people to do stuff. versus the new way to do things, and in my opinion is the most effective way to do things, which is a hybrid of everything, where you are doing everything and you are doing a mix of do it yourself, done with you, and done for you services, instead of just doing one or the other. Instead of saying, I'm a coach, I'm a consultant, I'm a freelancer, we ask ourselves the question, what is the best way to get results for my ideal customer? And this, in my opinion, is the only way to differentiate yourself as a whale in an ocean of sardines. The benefits of this is high profit margins. You can average like 18, 90% plus profit margins, upwards of 30K per month, which is insane. It's a highly leveraged and scalable model, which means that you can remove yourself from the business and actually go on holiday, and you can have consistent and predictable revenues, which is also big thumbs up. Step number 2 in this is building your attraction and authority flywheel. Now, this is the most effective and elegant way that I've found to build an online business and personal brand at the same time. It is absolutely damn sick. So, number 1 is you get access to the biggest leads ocean in history, aka the Meta platform, Facebook and Instagram, 4 billion users per month. Tell me a better platform. There isn't one. You automate the process of getting lead generation, so no more wasting hundreds of hours of cold DMs or emails. This attracts perfect fit people to your business, so you don't get any more tire kickers or time wasters, and this grows your personal brand and audience at the same time. It builds digital influence and authority, and the best thing, no more revenue roller coaster, because you build pipeline equity, so you pay your future self. This is the method that we use to get people to know, like, and trust you, and these are the 3 critical elements of buying. So what we do is we attract strangers with content and ads, we engage them and nurture them with highly valuable educational nurture content, turn them into prospects. We then convert them into customers through sales assets. These customers get results and they start promoting you, and this gets fed into the top of the system, and we're happy. So how do we do this? This is done through the 7 steps to freedom method. I just had to come up with a catchy name. So step number 1 is profile optimization. We need to make sure it's SEO optimized. There's a clear, unique mechanism in our profile, and we have a target ideal customer that it makes it clear we are for that person. And there's a clear call to action. Step number 2 is we create pinned posts directing our new traffic. In my opinion, websites are dead. Instead, we direct the flow of traffic to sales assets, lead magnets, communities, and video sales letters just like this, using pinned posts. So we are much more about traffic directing rather than just traffic accumulation, which in my opinion is what websites do. And keep in mind that I used to help consult for the biggest brands in the world to help them literally make their websites work better. So take that as you wish. Step number 3, run boosted reels, videos or carousel posts. So we run simple ads that call out our ideal customer, telling them how we help people, with a call to action to being to follow me to learn more. What this does is this allows us to create a bank of our perfect fit customers and provide pipeline equity for us in months to come. What we then do is we create highly engaging value content, create short form educational content to demonstrate expertise and build trust with our audience. We then, step 5 is we create long form sales assets to nurture our new audience. These are done on YouTube or Spotify to help our new audience members solve their biggest problems. We'll get into how we create them in a second. We then have conversations. We DM new followers, commenters, likers, and anyone engaging. So we do warm outreach, warm DM following our appointment setting framework and script. And then step 7, we get on sales calls with perfect fit leads. We have sales calls, perfect fit leads. We charge at least 3K, close to 20-30%. And we start working with people we love. Well, maybe not we love, but we love to help and resonate with our message. Okay, this is our game plan. And it starts with creating growth content and follow ads. And this is where we take a cold audience and we start warming them up. We then create nurture content and retargeting ads to help them see us more frequently and to spend more time with us. We funnel people into a free private community. It could be on Skool, could be Discord, could be Facebook groups. Pick your poison, you choose whatever you want. I think Skool's currently the best. And then we connect with people in the DMs when things start getting really warm. We then get people on sales calls. We make sure we get paid in full, and we convert people into new clients. We take them through onboarding. We push them into our private community, which again could be on Skool, could be wherever the hell you want. And then we provide the entire infrastructure they need to guarantee, there's an asterisk because nothing in life is guaranteed, but as much as possible, guarantee that their success to get the results that you can help them get. What we then do is after we've got the results, we then create sales assets that showcase that we are capable of getting results, and we push them in through the top of the funnel at the top here in the form of content. Okay, step number 3 is we do value synthesis. So we are value synthesizing and creating sales assets. So your role in the creator economy is to be a value synthesizer. What is the definition of a value synthesizer? I made this up. So this is a person who is able to take the infinite volume of information floating in the internet, pull out exactly what works, and then serve it to a target demographic via content. A demographic that also fits their ideal customer profile. So we do this by creating long form content in the form of sales assets. What is a sales asset? A sales asset is a piece of content that simultaneously generates traffic at the same time as converting traffic by showcasing your skills, your expertise, your story, your passion, your knowledge, and it builds reciprocal equity with your audience. It's like a goodwill bank, that's what we call it, critically shifting beliefs to align with yours. And once someone's beliefs shift to align with yours, that's when they buy. You can see I do this on my YouTube channel. You can see how I do it. So how do we do this? How do we actually create sales assets? First up, we build a goodwill reciprocity bank account with ideal customers. This is based around the law of reciprocity, which is if I give you something, you feel like you owe me something. This also demonstrates our authority in our niche, which builds trust. And this gives our ideal customers the chance to spend hours with us, which is the unbeatable trust builder. We then have multiple different types of sales assets. Again, you can take a look on my channel to see how I've done it. So we're looking at case studies, testimonials, interviews with key opinion leaders in your niche. We have video demonstrations showcasing your technical expertise and ability. We have thesis explanations showing your strategy and your thought process around your thesis. And then we create video sales letters just like this. Now, step 1 of creating the sales assets is Zoom and Loom are your biggest friends. Step 2 is you actually distributing them on long form channels like YouTube and Spotify. Those are your biggest friends for sales assets. You can see how I do this on my Summit Club podcast, which is where I post all of my YouTube stuff, on Spotify as well. Next up, we've got sales mastery. Step 4, master the skill and art of sales so that you never have to worry about making money ever again. Sales is both a skill and a process. How do we do this? So step 1 is getting people onto sales calls. We do this using the appointment setting framework. We have an ACA framework, which is acknowledge, compliment, ask. So you acknowledge what they say, you compliment them on what they said, and then you ask them a follow-up question. This is part of the discovery phase. We ask a series of discovery phase questions. We then transition through into offering them a call if we feel like they are the right fit for what we're doing. We then have a series of Calendly automations and reminders that set up to increase show rate on calls. And we have a specific pre-call prep message, which again maximizes show rate and the likelihood of someone being the right fit for a sales call. We then actually do the sales call. So we have a framework which we use, the closer framework, which is clarify the problem, label the problem, overview of past experiences, sell the vacation, not the plane flight, explain away objections, and then reiterate the benefits. Those are the main things I'm always trying to tick off in a sales call, and we do that in a number of phases. We have 7 phases of a sales call. We have the introduction phase, which is about rapport building and setting a frame. We have the discovery phase, which is understanding the background of your prospect and also understanding what their current situation is, what their desired situation is, what pain they're currently in, what problems they're currently facing, and why the driver of why they want to get from where they are to where they want to get to. We then transition into the pitch phase. We then get into where we showcase our offer. We then get into the committing phase where we actually ask our prospect, is this something you are ready to commit to? We then go through an objections phase, which is where we do objection prevention instead of objection handling. And then we go into the closing phase, which is where we are taking credit card details. Okay, step number 4 is mastering the 7 longest levers of turbocharged sales. This is the difference between a good salesperson and a great salesperson. So the use of tone, the use of conviction, pain hunting, verbal pacing, results-based thinking, sales resistance, trigger disarming, and neuro-emotional persuasive questioning. Step 5 is buying back your time with an appointment setter to manage DMs. So once we have proof of concept we've got our traction and authority flywheel set up, we then buy back our time to spend more time doing the things we love by hiring an appointment setter to manage our DMs and book consistent calls with perfect fit leads. Step number 5 is transitioning to a leveraged world-class scaled delivery method. So this lad called Archimedes, he once said, give me a lever and a place to stand and I will move the earth. Give me a fulcrum and I shall move the world. Give me a firm spot on which to stand and I shall move the earth. Now, this is really all about the idea of leverage and how important it is to have systems in place where we can input things and they have outsized returns. And this is what we're doing with moving to scaled delivery. So paradoxically, by creating systems to increase leverage, this will inevitably result in your customers getting more effective, faster, and more predictable results. Let me say that again. So paradoxically, by creating systems to increase the leverage to remove yourself from the business, this inevitably results in your customers getting more effective, faster, and predictable results. So if you want to get better results for your customers, you need to do this. How do we do this? Step number 1 is we synthesize information into self-directed learning resources. We do that through video courses, trainings on our hot 7 topics. We have a customized implementation pathway for all of our customers. You then guide them along a customer success timeline, helping them get from point A, their current situation, to point B, which is their desired situation. We then migrate from one-to-one to leveraged coaching, move from one-to-one coaching to leveraged group coaching. We have topic masterclasses, we have guest expert masterclasses, we have Q&As, and we have troubleshooting. And this allows us to deliver all of the information in a much more leveraged way. And the key to understand is all of your customers are going to be having the same problems and encountering the same challenges. And so this is a much more effective way of showcasing people, okay, this is some of the things that you need to be looking out for down the road, giving people a heads up, and it's a much more effective way of getting better results faster. We then do success tracking. So we create systems that allow accurate success tracking for your customers. We remove any ambiguity and use data milestones and checkpoints to track and measure your customers' progression along your customer success timeline. And then we track key performance indicators to measure success, progression, and to overcome any sticking points and plateaus. Okay, so now you know how building an attraction and authority flywheel and delivering your services in a much more leveraged hybrid approach through a micro-education business model is the key to securing your financial freedom in this new digital era. But you may be wondering, how do I package my services into a world-class offer? What types, styles, and topics of content should I be posting on my growth platform? How often should I be posting on my growth and nurture platforms? What is my magnetic core messaging that attracts my perfect fit customers? How do I know which projects to prioritize to move the business forward the fastest? How do I structure each specific sales asset so they each have the highest chance of both driving and converting traffic into a new customer? What are the core key performance indicators I need to know that I'm on the right path? What questions do I need to be asking when I'm setting appointments in the DMs? What questions do I need to be asking when I'm speaking to prospects on sales calls? What tone do I need to be using when I ask each of these questions? You may have some more questions in your head as well. And that is why I built Launch, which is our 12-month growth infrastructure program that provides all 4 elements of the success equation. So what is the success equation? These are the 4 elements that I've used in my life and business to maximize the chances of success. So we give things enough time. We make sure that we use a proven game plan. We have clarity on how we are going to roll out that game plan. And then we have accountability systems to make sure that when we are veering off to the side, we have something to slap us around the side of the head to make sure we stay straight. And this is what we've built at CreatorLaunch. So this is our 12-month growth infrastructure program where we have made sure we have ticked off every single element of the success equation. So time, we give things enough time. So we make sure that we work with our partners for 12 months. We run a proven game plan. So everything goes through our proven game plan. We roll things out via a custom roadmap. So every single one of our partners has a different set of circumstances when they join. And so it's up to us to build a custom roadmap for them to roll out based on the sequence that they need to roll out. And then we have absolutely bucket loads of accountability. So we've got one-on-one coaching, message support, group coaching, KPI reporting, accountability pods, trainings, resources, masterclasses, community. We have multiple levels, and I look at accountability as ticking off the 4 layers of accountability, which is one-on-one accountability, buddy accountability, which we have with accountability pods. We have group accountability, which we have with our group coaching, and then we have community accountability. And then on top of that, we have KPI reporting and tracking and success measurement, which is just absolutely insane. And that is why we get success. So this is launch. And what do we have in the program? We have a number of self-directed learning resources. We have 100 plus training videos. We have 10 times modules. So we have 10 different modules. We've got micro education business model, understanding yourself, leveling up, dream life design, building your machine, personal branding accelerator, world-class delivery, marketing magnet, content machine, sales mastery. We have a free Creator OS Notion dashboard. This is my secret weapon. It's taken me 3 years to build, and this is what I use to manage my life and business every single day. We have 30 plus playbooks and standard operating procedures for you to plug and play straight into your business. We have a mandatory reading list. And then we have 4 layers of accountability. So like I said, we've got the one-on-one coaching. We've got our onboarding workshop. We've got quarterly business reviews. We've then got weekly group masterclass sessions, monthly accelerator pod mastermind groups. This is our entrepreneur buddy system. And then we've got monthly KPI tracking and reporting. And then we've got our clarity framework. This is so that you get absolute crystal clarity on what you need to get done. So we've got our 3-month clarity roadmap that I build with you. We have our student success tracker, which keeps us right on the path. And then we have progress checkpoints to make sure that when we're going off to the side, I come along to slap you on the side of the head and we make sure we stay straight, metaphorically, not physically. And then we have monthly KPI reporting, which means that we are always going for goals and then where are we trying to get to. So everything is target orientated. And then we have quarterly business reviews. So we act like a damn business. This is everything. You need to answer all of these questions that we've just asked, plus all the other questions you don't even know what to ask yet, most importantly. Now, this is also the same process that allowed Felipe, one of our students, to recently quit his 9 to 5, move from New York City to Brazil and go all in on his podcast scaling consultancy. And this was taken an hour ago, and I've put this in. This is his view now in his kind of farm in Brazil, which is so sick. So he's going to be there for the next few months building his slice of the digital pie. And this is also the same process that allowed Ben to secure $50,000 worth of funding for his tech consultancy as well. So yeah, right. Here's a bonus for you. Step number 6. Apply to join launch. So who should apply to join? Ambitious. I will just bold that. You have to be ambitious. Ambitious coaches or consultants that want to make a tangible impact with your work. You know your niche. You know who you want to serve. You've made some sales, but you can't break past that 5 to 10K per month ceiling. Creators that get excited by the prospect of earning 100K per month, not year. If that scares you, don't bother. Struggling for clarity and looking for a consistent, predictable and consistent proven roadmap to grow your business. Understand how important the next 3 years are to rapidly growing a personal brand and be on the right side of the wealth gap after the AI revolution. If you're sick of spending hours every day sending thousands of cold DMs or emails that never get opened, tired of working with broke clients that just don't value your expertise, hate wasting time on sales calls with tire kickers who are not perfect fit for your business, you want a consistent pipeline of roasting hot leads ready to work with you. You want to finally quit your 9 to 5 or part-time job so you can go all in on your business, finally make the impact you know you're destined to make. You're stuck working one-on-one with clients and want to move more to a scalable delivery system so that you can make a bigger impact and serve more people. It's time for you to get paid what you're worth. Build your dream business that buys back your time and allows you to do more of the things you love doing with the people you love the most. And you deeply appreciate the value of education, skipping years of trial and error by proven pathways, learning proven pathways that already work. You want the option to say no and the freedom to say yes to whatever the hell you want, most importantly. So if you're looking for a proven game plan to scale past 30K per month, clarity on how to predictably grow your personal brand in the rapidly growing creator economy, a disgusting number of layers of accountability to keep you on track. If any of these are you, you know what to do. Click the button below this video. It's either a button or it's going to be a link in the description to book a short 20-minute game plan call with me. And on this call, we are going to discuss the biggest challenges that you're facing right now in your business and see if you're going to be the right fit to join our private 12-month growth infrastructure program and community. So if any of that sounds interesting, and if you want to keep hold of your limbs, just click the link down below and I will see you on the call. Right, ciao.